We're back racing for this year, and here we are at Brands Hatch for the first round of track action. There is the Renault 5 and the Peugeot 206 is just there, you can just see it in the background. We are in the garages, as you can see, for this race day. We're just getting ready for qualifying and some last minute adjustments being done to the Renault 5 there. But so far, as you can see, it's dry. Hopefully it stays like that all day, probably not. If it doesn't, we do have the garages to go into. And qualifying is coming up very shortly. How did you do in qualifying?
Well, I've just been told, because I wasn't sure, first in 206s, 12th overall, which is probably not bad. I wasn't first for a while. Where was I? Second, third?
No, you were further down than that for
Really?
most of it, and then you were gradually going up, then going down again. It was all over the place.
Yeah, the track was, it had wet patches and dry patches, and so it was just finding the grip and finding how fast you could go on the slippy patches.
And how are the brakes?
Yeah, they were a little bit iffy. I think they'll be alright, but when I brake hard, the car veers to the right, which is a little bit disconcerting. However, most of the corners you come to are right-handers, so it actually sets them up quite well for the corner. So I'll probably leave it, because I don't want to mess with it now.
Well, let's have a good race in race 1.
Yes, and race 2.
And race 2.
All my races. We'll have good races.
Well done, Dave. I believe you've qualified second.
Yep, happy with that. Very slippy out there. Yeah, like new tyres on the front, so it took ages just to get some heat into them. And then once we kind of got going, yeah, I mean, everyone was, I think, was struggling because I wasn't impressed with the time, to be honest. So to get second, yeah, I was happy with that.
Good. And are you making any adjustments to the car?
No, it's going to be a dry race, so literally, yeah, we're good to go.
Perfect. Well, good luck for race 1.
Thank you very much.
Find out shortly. A few bits of smoke coming from some of the cars with Toronto down there, but we're about to get racing underway, which we do, and it's a great start from the front row from Dave Clark. So away he goes. There's a rocket fantastic start.
good race actually. We've got these youngsters come into the race. So one of them is called CJ, and he qualified just behind me in the in qualifying. But in the race, he got me at the start, so he was ahead of me. We had a couple of cars between us. I eventually got past those cars and then got behind CJ. But obviously our performance is very similar. And as hard as I was, I couldn't get past him until eventually some guy was having issues with his Honda and he kept accelerating fast and then slowing down. He slightly bolted CJ, which allowed me to just sneak past him, going down this straight, Cooper Straight, I think it is. We were then side by side for 3/4 of a lap before I eventually got the upper hand going up into Druids. Got ahead of him and stayed ahead, but he was there all the time. He was like a youngster, got plenty of stamina, just wouldn't leave me alone. It's like, get off, leave me alone. I've got racing to do. He was still behind me, and I did notice the other 206s when we were quite close together. There was about 5 or 6 of us all quite close, so it should have been quite good, quite good spectator racing. But yeah, good race. Car went well. It's now pouring with rain, so we are just contemplating changing onto wet tyres. We've got about an hour before our next race, so we'll see. I think it is wet currently, but it might suddenly dry out in an hour's time.
So how was your race?
Frustrating. Jump to start, so we're holding the car at 4,000 revs and the car just creeps, so I need to hold the handbrake. So I need to hold the handbrake to hold the car in position, and then when the lights go, then obviously let the handbrake go, and then obviously the clutch and everything, do it all at once, but the car just creeps because I'm holding it at 4,000 revs. So I've got a 10-second penalty, and then obviously the boost hose come off. So yeah, we was up there with a Scirocco, having quite a good little race with him. And the boost hose come off, and that was it. We come in, they put the boost hose back on, went back out. The car's good, everything is fine. But yeah, 10-second penalty, that's a killer. It's like just a creeping. I know, not even a foot is to get a 10-second penalty, but I've got this my own fault. I've got to learn from that and stay in the box.
And where you started the next race?
Be last, I imagine. Like 10-second penalty. I'm expecting to be last.
And are you making any changes to the boost hose?
Yeah, we're double clipping everything now, so to make sure that they're not going to come off with double clips. We was at the rollers yesterday, we've done 30 runs on the rollers, we've done a 15-minute qualifying, as always.
On race day, things always happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. During the race, it's like, 4 laps or whatever I did, the boost hose comes off. It's all part of racing.
But at least it's an easy fix.
Easy fix, dust yourself down and away we go.
Cool, good luck race too.
Thank you.